This key was taken from a United States soldier who had been imprisoned in the Confederates' Libby Prison in Richmond, Virginia. He escaped and was recaptured while attempting to reach Union lines. Libby Prison was a Confederate prisoner of war camp on the James River waterfront in Richmond. The building had been a 3-story tobacco warehouse prior to the war and a hospital in the first year of the war before being turned into a holding pen for U.S. officers after Confederate military successes in 1862 dramatically increased the number of men in their custody. Libby was thought to have held over 1,000 men at a time, and the starvation and sickness those men endured became a rhetorical talking point in the United States. In February 1864, 109 men escaped by tunneling out. About half were recaptured, perhaps including the man who carried this set of keys. How he acquired them is not known. The United States and Confederate States governments had agreed to a prisoner exchange cartel in 1862, meaning that captured soldiers might soon be returned and thus keep the prisoner of war population low. Ultimately, around 700,000 men were held as prisoners of war by both sides over the course of the conflict. The Confederate government began moving prisoners out of Richmond and into Georgia and the Carolinas in the late spring of 1864 to places like Salisbury, North Carolina, Macon, Georgia, and Andersonville, also in Georgia. But this massive movement of prisoners destabilized the security over that prisoner population, and hundreds, if not thousands, managed to escape while in transport or in holding pens. Many more of these escapees successfully made it to U.S. lines than had after the Libby outbreak. Hundreds traveled over the Appalachian Mountains, sometimes skirting the local populations who were on the lookout for them, but sometimes getting help with food, shelter, and guidance from some white folks, but primarily the black population of the Confederate States. These men experienced great stories of daring and close calls, but that's not the total of the experience. The movement of men said a great deal about the state of the Confederate nation in 1864. Professor Lorien Foote will explore this moment at the American Civil War Museum's 2022 Symposium, The Soldier's Civil War.